Hello and welcome back to the Cosmic Goddess channel. My name is Fola and I am back with another weekly energy reading. This is going to be for the week of September 4th through the 10th. I'm super excited. We're flying by the year so quickly. And I say that every single week. It feels daunting. It feels like I just started these. But yeah, I'm really excited. We've got some astrology happening, some really nice, good transits. It's going to feel like an easy week. And yeah. Let's get into it. Let's get into some things, shall we? Like this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, double tap the bell, comment down below. Let me know how the week is going for you. Let's do this. Monday, September 4th, Jupiter in Taurus is going to retrograde and it's going to trine Mercury in Virgo. Now, this retrograde season is lasting until the rest of the year. It's going to finally station direct on December 30th. So this next 3-4 months is going to be an opportunity to see how you can expand your inner world, all right? Because Jupiter is all about expansion, all about growth, all about prosperity. And when it is in backward motion, it tells us to turn inward. It's a form of introverted exploration. Jupiter in Taurus is all about making everything around us more sustainable, more comfortable. And Mercury in Virgo is all about making everything just right, fine-tuning our communication, fine-tuning the way that we analyze and see things. So make sure to pay attention to the messages that you receive on this day because it may be a heads up on how the rest of the year is going to go and flow for you. Rabbit Spirit says now is a lucky time, and I totally agree. Tuesday, September 5th. Today is going to be a Taurus moon day. The Taurus moon is going to conjunct Uranus in Taurus, sextile Neptune in Pisces, and trine Pluto in Capricorn. The Taurus moon is all about manifesting resources and extending your comfortability. The Taurus moon wants you to be safe and secure, so bolstering your security. But when Uranus drops its hat into the ring, it shakes things up. It wants to make things completely unconventional. And Pluto wants to undercut anything that's not stable, anything that's not relevant. And the Neptune is going to allow you to open up the realm so that you can see what could possibly be. So this is a day where you can stumble upon something that may seem completely out of left field. Something may be dropped into your lap this day, and it has the potential to break down barriers for what you think you've always wanted, what you think makes you feel safe and comfortable and secure, what you think is the right way to go about creating stability in your life. There's a window of opportunity on this day to find something new and stabilizing and empowering. Panther Spirit says reclaim your power, and today is going to help you out with that. Wednesday, September 6th. Today is Mercury Cazimi Day. All right, Mercury and the Sun are going to conjunct in the sign of Virgo. And this is a huge energy. It's super powerful because Virgo is ruled by Mercury. And so when Mercury is in Virgo, it is exalted. It is performing the best that it could possibly perform. So today is a wonderful day for an epiphany, for mental support to show up, to be articulate and precise, to be practical, to put things into motion. Today, you might find yourself focusing on the details of life. And while you don't want to go too far down the rabbit hole, because Virgo is very, very detail oriented and just can spend way too much time on one detail, you want to utilize this energy to boost your view of the picture, all right? Instead of looking at your life in 720, you want to look at it in HD and see all of the details and be able to organize things a little bit better and place things a little bit better, figure out your schedule. Today is a wonderful day to make lists, to study, to do some editing, some research, to write. It's a mental stimulation day, and don't be surprised if you are visited by an epiphany, a light bulb moment, a brain blast. The ants on this card represent diligence, they represent detail, and they represent organization and structure. This magic that's happening today in Virgo it's going to allow you to really get to work to make some renovations. Thursday, September 7th. This is a Gemini moon day, and the Gemini moon is wonderful when it comes to finding solutions. So it's going to sextile Chiron in Aries, sextile the North Node, trine the South Node, and then square Neptune in Pisces. And it sounds like there's a lot going on, but really all of these transits are working together. What I am seeing from the interaction of these planets, from the moon in Gemini, trying to gather knowledge, gather experiences, and I mean, it's the moon, so it's gathering information about you, especially when we're talking about Chiron in Aries, that is about the self, especially when we're talking about the North Node in Aries, that is about the self and what you want. And then Neptune in Pisces is going to open up your mind a little bit. It's going to allow you to see a little bit more clearly in the abstract. It's going to allow you to tap into your inner visionary, to get into your creative bag, and to see how you can do things differently than you have in the past, how you can motivate yourself to put yourself out there, to go after the things that you want. Today, this Gemini moon is on a recon mission, and the information that needs to be gathered is all about how we're going to do things differently. Today's a day to go inward and turn knowledge into wisdom, like Wolf Spirit says. Friday, September 8th, Jupiter in Taurus is going to trine the sun in Virgo. This is screaming Earth Goddess. Today's a day where you can make your world even bigger than it was the day before. Today's a day to go on an earthly excavation, to explore the world around you, to take in more information about that world, to really be curious and inquisitive. That Virgo energy is very astute, but very curious. It wants to gather all the information, and you can do so by exploring. It's a day to get out in the sun, to enjoy the body that you are in, all right? Taurus is the energy of feeling yourself, like being in your body, smelling the roses, tasting. It's about experiencing all 5 of your senses, and through that earthly experience, being comfortable, safe, and sound, and at home. And so today, you can go out into the world. You can have new experiences or experience the newness of the environment around you, of the earth. Maybe do some gardening today. It's definitely a grounding day, but it won't be too hard because the energy is going to want you to connect to the earth, to the animals, to the trees. And when you do connect, there may be a pathway that is lit up for you, a road that you can travel on in the future to help cement some of the beauty in your life. Saturday, September 9th and Sunday, September 10th. We're going to do both of these days together because they both have a Cancer moon and there aren't major interactions happening, okay? So for this weekend, the days might feel like they are blending and melding into one. And with this Cancer moon, there is an opportunity to indulge in domestic pleasures. Also, to work on your relationships. On Saturday, the Cancer moon is going to sextile Jupiter, the Sun, and Uranus. And then it's going to square Chiron. And that square is a tinge of hurt. It's a little bit of a pinch. So there may be an issue that is fixed on this day. There may be a relationship that you repair or mend on this day. It's a day to improve your relationships, to be open and optimistic, to be willing to try again. And now Sunday, the moon is going to square the nodes. It's going to trine Neptune and oppose Pluto. And this is a breaking down of a barrier. Now we're still dealing with familial issues. We're still dealing with things that come up in the home, dealing with our own personal feelings, especially with the Cancer moon. But with the nodes being involved and with Neptune and Pluto, these huge planets that bring such distinct change, that open up distinct opportunities. Like Pluto is all about death and rebirth, all right? And Neptune is all about dissolving boundaries. And so there's this energy of getting closer to people, of maybe telling each other secrets, of being fully honest as we possibly can be, and gaining from that honesty. This is a day where your emotions are going to go through a maturation process, and you should surrender. Hey, welcome back, y'all. All right. I'm excited about this week. There is a light-hearted energy, but also there's a grown-up energy. It's like it's fun to be an adult this week, and I like it. I like it a lot. All right, let's get into some cards, shall we? I'm going to be using my Wild Unknown Tarot deck, and I'm also going to be pulling some oracle cards. All right, so let's shuffle. And I kind of want to pull some oracle cards before I even look at these. Okay, so we're gonna do a little bit of shuffling. I'll put a little timestamp so you can go straight to the reading. Spirits, ancestors, guides. This is for the energy of September 4th through the 10th. What does the collective need to know? What energy are we dealing with this week? What messages do they need to hear? Allow me to speak clearly. Allow me to deliver these messages with a pure heart and deep understanding. Oh, jeez. September 4th through the 10th. Oh, okay. All right, last one. All right, now let's hold on to our butts. Before we do that, I do want to, where are my archetype cards? There they are. I want to pull from my Caroline Myss archetype deck just to kind of pull a temperature, just to get a temperature on what archetype we're going to be dealing with this week. Spirits, ancestors, guides. I need one card. I need one card. Maybe two. Two at the most. Oh, this is a big deck. It's really hard. Is that the one? Do I pick this one? I'll leave this one here. Can I get one more card? All right. Not on the first try. Just here. Can we shuffle a little bit? It's so hard to shuffle this deck. There we go. There we go. For the energy of this week. Yeah. Okay, so I am going to take the first one, but, we'll focus on this one a little bit more. All right, so the first one says Child Divine. All right. Innocence, purity, and redemption suggests a special connection with the divine. I'm getting that energy from the week. And then companion. There we go. Loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness. Okay, now, those are the light attributes. The shadow attributes, an inability to defend oneself against negative forces, and betrayal by missing or misusing confidences, loss of personal identity. I wouldn't worry too much about the shadow attributes this week. Maybe your inability to defend yourself against negative forces, but this earth energy that's powering through, this groundbreaking energy, I feel like we're building anew. We're restructuring, but it's not like we have to break ground. Does that make sense? Like, I'm not a contractor, but I just have this feeling of like, instead of digging underneath the ground to pull everything up, it's like we realize where our foundation is, what we need, and how to move forward. And then we might be even getting some help with that this week. The Jupiter and Taurus energy gives me Empress energy. It gives me Empress energy. This lady's hand is on her belly. It's like goddess, but like earth angel. Like, we're getting our hands dirty this week. We maybe. You absolutely can. It might even feel good to get your hands dirty this week with all the earth energy. And we are tapping into our ability to dream a little bit more. There's some Neptune transits this week as well. And it feels as though it feels as though there is, it's like I see a kid. I see a kid building their own town. But like one of those train track towns that comes when it's Christmas time and they're building their own thing. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? You have to know what I'm talking about. But it's not a real town, but it's like they're building this town and it's real to them. And that's the illusion of the world that we live in. Like, we think that what's tangible and what everybody agrees on is what's real, and truly it's not. It's what's intangible. It's what's in your spirit and what's in your heart and what's in your mind. That's what's real to you. That is what creates the world around you for you. And so sometimes we need to give that more time and attention than the physical things, like, going to work and making money. Oh my gosh, all that stuff that we have to do. Giving energy and time to your dreams and the dreams of the people around you as well. It lifts us all up to a higher place. It makes the world around us a little bit better than it was before. All right. Now let's get into some cards. Well, I guess those were cards too. But this is look, energy of the week, boredom. Meh. I want something, but this isn't what I want, so I don't know what I want. Obstinance. That's the energy. And it feels like, especially like I said, with the earth energy, it is powerful, but it's also very possible to miss it because it's about the details, because that Virgo energy is involved, because it is so about fine tuning, that it may come to you. The things that show up may come and go without ringing your doorbell or banging down your door, but they're there. So just make sure that you're open, open to receiving the messages around you. Obstacles, 6 of Pentacles reversed. Oh me, oh my. Overgiving, overspending, not getting enough, or not giving enough. Feeling as though I just see a tree wilting. I see the limbs of a tree dying. It's like you have to give yourself something, and maybe you're not doing that. And this week is going to illuminate that for you. It's going to show you what you need and what you are missing, or what you're not contributing. Ooh, the advice. Something tells me that I should just do this as a Celtic cross, because I didn't specify that it was going to be a 3 card. And I usually pull Celtic crosses just, when I'm pulling, because the Ace of Pentacles as the advice tells you stop, turn around. This isn't the right way. But if it's at the root, then it tells you, hey, what you're doing is unbalanced. Something is taking from you, something in your life that you think is supposed to be a new fresh start or a beginning, or something sustainable that you're planting in your life. It's actually gonna die. Or it's gonna not just not work out, it's gonna infect the other crops around it. And so there's that. Yeah. I'm just gonna yeah, I'm feeling it in my spirit. You look, coming from the 10 of Pentacles, are we? Oh, the Lovers at the top. 6 of Cups. Okay. Son of Swords reversed. Daughter of Swords. 8 of Cups reversed. I want you to be able to see. And then Mother of Swords. Okay. Here, we'll do it like that. Move these over. Leviosa, not Leviosa. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. On this Celtic cross, I am getting you're seeing something. You're seeing something about yourself or about your life that is the rotting aspect, the thing that is stealing from you. Something is stealing from you. There's something in your life that's stealing from you, and you have either been very passive to it, or you have seen it and you're like, well, I'm not moving. It feels like the rat took its time, its sweet time to get up on those 4 cups, and it's finally balanced. And once it's there, it's like, well, I'm not moving. Okay, well, you can't stay there forever. It's not even sustainable. You're coming from a time of feeling fulfilled, feeling sustainable, feeling as though everything around you feels taken care of, you know? And maybe that's also what's causing the stagnancy, causing the complacency. But there's a mirror that's going to be opened this week. It's going to reflect back to you what you need to see to fix, what you need to be able to adjust. And in order to do that, it's going to bring you back to the past. It's going to bring you back to the moment, or a moment in the, what? A moment in your past? I don't know why I want to say in the previous. It's going to bring you back to a previous time. And this previous time might be an old memory. It might be somebody in your life showing back up again. It might be a phone call from somebody that you haven't spoken to in a while. There's something that's going to come back into your life, and you don't want to get too fixated on it, because once again, it's just there to show you something. It's not there to be a forever thing. If an ex comes back, they're not coming back to be your new boo. Okay. So don't hang your hat on stuff like that. Because where you're at is the Son of Swords reversed. So where we're at is we're dealing with misinformation. We're moving too quickly, or we're not moving at all, which, but there's a lack of determination. If you look at this guy, you see how determined he is. There's a lack of determination, which could leave room for error and faulty thought. So there we go. And what we're not seeing, what's surrounding the situation, is independence. Freedom from something that is restricting. And it's, look, this Daughter of Swords. Oh, wait. Look at her. Sorry, I didn't look at her. Let me just sit, because her eyes are calling to me. She's like, it's like a little bit of a siren, that if we follow the siren, we'll follow her to a new destination, to a place that is more exciting and more fun, to a place that is, I want to say exhilarating, but it's really like an incubation period. Like, I'm seeing a vessel where you are getting ready for the next station. I've been watching way too much sci-fi, but it's like if you were to go to space and that incubation period is like the time that it takes for you to put your space suit on, and for them to put oxygen in it and all that other stuff. Like, you can't just go out into space without the necessary things that you need. And so it feels like this week is going to give you the necessary things that you need to take something on. But you must follow this Daughter of Swords. You must be curious. You must be inquisitive. You must be trying to gather information. And then guess what? Once again, where are we going? Independence. We're setting sail. Look at the mother and the daughter. Look at them. One is perched and one is in flight with this. This is like a weapon, it's taking it with me. But this is like, I'm here. I'm not ready to use it yet. It's like you got to gather the information and then you got to use that to take flight. You got to use this to claim your independence, to start and maybe set sail, to make clear and strong decisions that aren't out of malice, but are out of necessity. And look, we have the Star and the Hierophant. So this is a time of healing. This is a time to connect with spirit, to connect with your inner guide, to follow any impulses that you may be having. And by impulse, I do not mean like, I don't know, something derailing. I mean, if you get like, if you're like, oh, I'm going to go to the supermarket and something just tells you not to do that, don't do it. Like, this is a week to listen, okay? The Hierophant makes you the student. You need to listen. You need to pay attention. The Daughter of Swords is a student. She is learning. This is all about self-reflection. There's your inner voice is very important this week. It's going to guide you out of the dark. And I love that for you. I love that for me too. All right. Now, what do I want to do? I want to pull, let's do this. I want to pull one animal spirit oracle, not animal spirit oracle, which is the unknown animal spirit. There we go. But yes, oracle, for each element. All right. So we're going to do water, fire, earth, air, as I always do. Spirits, ancestors, guides. I'm going to pull one card for each element. I might shuffle the other way. I only want one or two. How is this week going to pan out? How is this week for my water signs? Whoa, stingray. And then dragonfly. Bish. Love that. Love that. There is an energy of being see-through this week, and not in a bad way, in a good way, in a transparent, in a candid way. This week, you're going to be very clear about your needs and your desires, water signs. You're going to be very clear about where you're willing to go and where you've gone before and how those experiences have hindered or emboldened you. This dragonfly represents Neptune to me. It is the planet of illusions and fantasies. This dragonfly energy is very clairvoyant. It gives you the ability to see. And with the stingray is the boundaries. It gives you the ability to say. So you're going to see what you need, and then you're going to say what you need. You are finally going to be able to articulate something that may have been eluding you. All right. All right. Fire signs, spirits, ancestors, guides. How is this week going to treat my fire signs? What messages do they need to hear? That was one card. Where'd it go? Where'd you go? Ooh, I miss you so. Lizard. Hold on. Let me take a seat so I can get this card. Lizard is a very animated card, so I want you to see it. It's beautiful. There's so much fire energy. And there's purple. Like literally has all the colors. All the colors. So with all of these colors surrounding Lizard, there is an opportunity, or well, I guess it just means there's going to be a lot of activity. There may be a lot of activity around you, but you might actually want to pull back from it this week, fire signs. I know you guys are always active, but this Lizard represents the ability to really hear and not see. Like, your vision won't be impacted this week, but your third eye is going to be lit up this week, fire signs. Okay. And that plus a lot of overstimulation can be a bad thing. Okay. You might be very sensitive. And that's so that you can pick up on what's going on around you. And maybe even more so, what's going on inside. Yeah, this is a very sensitive energy. It's like trying to fit in everywhere is what I hear. Trying to fit in everywhere, be everything. And you can't. And that's okay. So give yourself a break, fire signs. Earth is next? Yes. Earth is next. Fire or water, fire, earth, air. All right, spirits, ancestors, guides, what is this week going to be like for my earth signs? What energy is my earth signs dealing with? Earthworm and hyena. Earthworm and hyena. Ooh. This is, it's like you're trying to share something with somebody, but it's not exactly going the way you want. Earthworm is actually hiding your abilities. It's not being ready or not feeling ready to share with the world. You are covered. Like earthworms are covered in dirt. And then hyena is all about wit and sarcasm and cracking jokes and being funny. And it feels as though, I mean, maybe you're having fun with your family. Maybe you are gathering with your family, but like this earthworm energy, it feels like, don't look at me, you know? It feels like very reluctant to share things about yourself, to share your inner vision, to speak up, even though worms don't have mouths, so they're definitely not speaking, but it feels like you might step into something new and feel shy, or you might start something new and feel a little out of place, or you might rely on your humor and your sarcasm to get you through something. Like maybe you are experiencing new co-workers and you become the funny person because that's how you feel comfortable expressing yourself, even though and that's fine. I'm just going to say that, hyena does give the idea that you are shying away from something, being a little less authentic, because even comedians, it's like they make jokes out of stuff, but supposedly comedians are very sad people, which isn't funny, but you know what I mean? Like it's like a covering up, it feels like. So if you need to be the jokester to feel comfortable in a space, then do that. But make sure that you're not silencing your voice, okay? Yeah. Speak up. Speak up this week in an authentic way. Last but certainly not least, air signs. Spirits, ancestors, guides, allow me to tap into the air collective. What energy is the air signs going to be dealing with this week? What messages do the air signs need to hear? Too many. I'm so sorry, air signs. You guys got a lot going on? Is that what it is? Oh, totally different card. Well, look, create your own paradise. That was probably for one of the Scorpio reading yesterday. All right, anyway. What y'all got going on, air signs? What's going on? One more time. 1 or 2 cards, please, for my air signs. The energy of this week for my air signs. This one is the first one that snagged. Buffalo came out. Vulture, deer reverse, and frog reverse. Okay, I know I said 2, but I'm just going to do it. These came out like this. I don't know if I should read them reversed because they're very different if these are reversed and, rather than all 4 of them being upright. But but it feels like you've been trudging along. Maybe not trudging. Buffalo doesn't trudge. It just keeps moving. It has trust. It has faith. And it doesn't need to see what's ahead of him to know that he knows where he's going. But the deer is mothering, but with it reversed, it feels like it's overly mothering. It feels like it's overdoing, overly sensitive, overly caring. The frog, once again, actually with the frog being reversed, it may mean that you're not taking care of yourself spiritually, and the vulture is about purging. So I feel like, air signs, this week you are going to be figuring out how you can connect, actually maybe with, because you are air signs, I'm so sorry, this deer being reversed, maybe that is with it's the opposite of overdoing it. It's like you might need to take care of the people around you a little bit more. You might need to take care of yourself around you. Take care of the people around you. Take care of yourself. Yes, I know I just said take care of yourself around me. Sue me. Words are a thing, and I'm just talking. Anyway, yeah, it feels like, air signs, you have been disconnecting from your feelings. You have not been taking care, and you've been trusting, you've been moving steadily in the same direction, but it's still not gonna, it's like you trying to cross the desert with one bottle of water. No, it's not gonna work that way. You're gonna need to refuel, you're gonna need to re-up, you're gonna need to strategize a little differently. And I think that's what this is that you need to take care of yourself, air signs, and not in the not intellectual way, but like sometimes, and this is everybody, this is not just air signs, but sometimes we forget how much our body needs rest and water, and we forget how much our mind needs rest and water and comfort and crying, and you know what I mean? Like, it feels like you guys are denying the green part. Look, the heart chakra energy is blocked. And then what? I mean, I guess it's pink, but I give that more purple. Like, this is air and this is earth, but like determined faith-based earth. So it's all about crown chakra energy that you're working off of. And air signs, that sounds right. It sounds like you have this idea in your head. You have this plan in your head. You know it's going to work out. You just got to keep going. You just got to keep pushing, but you're going to burn out if you do that. Okay? So you got to take care of your heart. You got to take care of your spirituality. Yes? Nurture yourself. I just went to the pool today. And I forget how much, for a Pisces, water really puts things back together. Now, you guys are air signs, so I don't know exactly what, I mean, let's think about that, actually. Let's think about that. What can each of you guys do to take care of yourself? I mean, you guys know a little bit more. Obviously, you know more about yourself than I do. But for Aquariuses, I'd say maybe play video games. For Libras, I'd say maybe go to an art gallery. And for Geminis, I'd say go to a party. You know, like do something that you know makes you, and not just you, the person who is achieving, the person who's building, the adult, the child you, happy. Mother yourself. Okay. All right. Now I've read you guys your rights. All right. And I spent way more time on you guys than I did anybody else, but that's okay. You guys deserve it. And now I'm going to get to the crystals for everybody. Yes. Let's do this. Spirits, ancestors, guides. What? Oh, wait. You know what? Let me use, no, I'm going to use it. Anyway, sorry. Let's go back. What crystals do we need for this week? I'm hearing selenite. Okay, so even if it doesn't pop out, I would definitely use some selenite to enhance whatever it is that you got going on, to help you to stimulate your battery. I don't know why it came out like that, because that sounds strange and weird. But that's what I mean. Selenite's here, you just can't see it. So we got selenite. We've got lapis lazuli, make a decision. Celestite, soothe your soul. Jade, be the bigger person. I just ordered some jade earrings. Black kyanite, set strong boundaries. And tourmalinated quartz, get out of your own way. Okay, this is a very distinct message, y'all. All right, we have heart chakra, we've got throat chakra, we've got a little bit of crown chakra, and we've got root. Black kyanite, when I tell you this card comes out for me on days that I am bound to make a bad decision, it does. It do. And so when I see this and this card come out, get out of your own way, there's shift, there's change. There is shift and there's change, and there are things that may come to check you. This Virgo energy does not play. And just like, your favorite Virgo says some rude stuff sometimes, but it's all in love, but they be saying the truth way too quickly and yeah, nobody asked them. The same thing may be happening to you. Somebody may come to you this week with some unsolicited advice, and the shitty part is it might be what you need to hear, even though you may not want to hear it from that person. You might be like, who are you? What's going on? No, but then you have to sit with yourself and be like, I feel like there are adjustments that need to be made. There are messages that are going to come through, and they may not all be sugar-coated. All right? All right. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. I appreciate you. I hope you have a lovely week. Don't forget to like this video. It really does help the channel out. Any engagement that you offer helps this channel reach other people. And so, yeah, I appreciate you though. Thanks for spending time with me. Until next time, bye. Bye now.